Good morning, evening, or night, y'all. Today we're going to be going over some of the King of the Planetarium participants. First off, we've got a Benji. I think as of the time of making this, he's 1-1 right now, or maybe even 2-2. He's our Weeaboo Warrior. He's got the waifu representative. This is his picture that he's going to be used to represent him. When asked why he'd win, he gave me a whole copy pasta, so we're not even going to go over that. I think Ben's a pretty solid player. He's probably got maybe the third or fourth best fundamentals. Tends to be a little bit of a slower player, likes to play games that go on ridiculously long, typically opens up with some marine tank. Not much build variation. I kind of expect to see the same opening more or less. We've got D-Doge4. I've never seen him play this game outside of this. The other day he told me he'd been grinding like crazy, and then he showed up with 3 carriers, so even though I kind of expected him to be crazy, grinding games out like crazy, we haven't quite seen the performance yet. I think as of the time of recording this, he's 0-2. We've got G. I don't even know if he has the game installed, honestly. I hope to see some rushes out of him. Honestly, I'd like to see a little bit of untraditional builds. Every time he posts Zerg Rush in the chat, so I'm really hoping he is one of our Zerg players here, but no idea what he's going to play, what he's going to do. Next we've got Chandler Weston Clark. You can find him at the address below. He's probably the strongest fundamental player. Not much build variation from him either. We did see him open with a proxy racks against Kieran Jones. I think as of the time of recording this, he's undefeated. I believe 3-0. So definitely a top contender, definitely strong performances. Next we've got Helen. When asked why she'd win, Helen reported that she was a GOAT, not the GOAT. And I believe she's the only member who's actually actively grinding games out for this. Chandler's definitely been playing games, definitely been seeing some games from Kieran, but everyone keeps telling me that they always see her online grinding out games for 8 hours a day. Obviously, I assume this is exaggerated. I believe Helen's playing Terran. I don't expect to see any early aggression out of this player. I think most new players tend to lean towards the play style that we'll see from a Benji, which tends to be very turtley, very max out my army and then wait a couple minutes before moving across the map. Next, we've got Kakoa. Kakoa hasn't played any games yet, but he has completed all of StarCraft Masters. So, excited to see Kakoa play. Hopefully, I hope to see him come out at least in top 6, honestly. I think it'd be very exciting. Another Terran player, unfortunately. We hate TVT. Next, we got the artist, or Aaron. I hope he shows up for this, but we'll see. I've never even seen him play the game. I didn't even know he has installed. I don't know if he knows it's a StarCraft tournament. But he did report himself as God's favorite on the forum. Next, we've got Dragon Rogue 64. Kieran tends to open up with an insane amount of upgrades, and again, stereotypical marine tank army that these new players seem to love. I know Kieran loves battle cruisers and is a free-for-all enthusiast. You play against this man on Space Camper X, he will take your money. He will run your pockets. You often see Kieran GG a little bit early, so honestly, if you pull out some quick mental games against him, it could be a place where he folds. But you go against this man in any arcade game, and it's over. I think last but not least, we've got Jatambra. Probably our most experienced League of Legends player. Bounces between hot takes and cold takes all the time. I haven't really seen him play the game too much. I saw him play against Ben earlier, and my understanding is he showed insane improvement against Ben compared to his series against Chandler. So I hope to see him win at least his last couple games. I expect Jake to be a solid mid-rank player in this tournament. I'm not saying these names, but last we've got Kevin. Kevin's been practicing just cheesing. I hope to see some interesting games against him. I think we'll really see him show which players can hold early aggression and which players have no idea what to do against cannons coming up. Most of these players are going to be Terran players though, so it'll be very difficult to pull off anything like cannon rushes. We see this man spam Sky Toss late game, so again, I think against any build with early Marines or anyone who knows how to hold a cannon rush, I think is going to be brutal for him to hold, but we'll see. And I believe that's all of our players. Thank you.